Out of all of the AI tools that I've tried, Wisprflow might just be the best tool for the average person and for the enthusiasts. I think it makes the most sense, not because it is the most hyped tool right now, and not because it makes crazy images, not because it helps you code, not because it makes some futuristic demo. What it does for me and for other people is it solves a reoccurring problem we run into every single day. You probably know what it is. Typing. Simply put, it's typing. I mean, come on. How fast are you at typing? Really, think about it. How fast are you at speaking? Compare the two. This is what Wisprflow excels in and what and why people should jump onto it. Now, Wisprflow is pretty simple. It takes what you speak into the mic and converts it into text. Now, it sounds simple, right? And you're like, oh, well, why is this important? Well, for one, it's not locked to a specific application. You can use this pretty much anywhere. If you want to type an email, if you want to text someone, if you want to actually talk into any AI, like say Claude, ChatGPT, Gemini, Perplexity, whatever it is. If you're using Cursor, VS Code, you name it. You can be in a notepad. You can sit there, hold your little shortcut, talk to the mic at whatever speed you like to, and guess what? It's going to put it down in text for you, and you aren't going to have to tire your hands out. What, you might risk carpal tunnel? No, not anymore. Guess what? Because you've got Wisprflow. Think about this. How many times have you taken a recording of a video, a voice note, anything of the such, and you end up saying more than you might have typed out, or you go into a stream of consciousness and you write out ideas? This is where it excels. It is going to record it down in text for you, and it lets you speak and talk, which sometimes typing is limited. You might think faster than you type. You have typos, the story doesn't make sense, but instead you're speaking it out loud, and it is recording it faster than how you're going to be typing it. This means you can save time. It's more efficient. It really is that simple. Now, Wisprflow doesn't make you learn a whole new system. Now, you can build a system out of it, but it's simple. It is pressing a shortcut on your keyboard with the application open, and it'll go from there. By default, it is your Control and Windows key. It's very simple. You hold those two down, you'll see a little pop-up on the bottom of your screen. You start talking. Now, you can go into Wisprflow and you can set up nice little kind of shortcuts to where if you say, hey, I want to have the keyword of fantastic pizza, and if you say that, it'll actually take that phrase and have it output of whatever you want. If you want that output to be a whole entire email that you constantly are sending, or something you were constantly typing, you can do that. Now, on one side, you've probably messed with tools similar to Wisprflow, some kind of speech to text, maybe it's been Siri or other tools. Those experiences are not great. I've had terrible experiences with Siri. Wisprflow has been so phenomenal, and I've had a couple small things to tweak, as in adding words to the dictionary that it didn't have for manufacturers for my job, things like that. But overall, this isn't like Siri where you have to constantly worry about punctuation issues or spelling or word detection issues. You can whisper, and Wisprflow will catch it and it'll correctly type it out. It'll punctuate it correctly. And you very rarely have to make adjustments to it. Now, is it worth rereading and making sure? Of course. But guess what? It's not the same concern and worry that I'd say Siri has. And I've run into many issues of people using Siri to text me, and vice versa, of me trying to just search something up, and it is atrocious. It's not seamless. It's kind of clunky when you're using Siri or others. I'm dogging on Siri here, but that's the first thing I can think of. You look at Wisprflow, and if you just use it, it's seamless. It's intuitive. You can change the shortcut to whatever you'd like. It becomes simple and fun. It's really actually something that's replaced a lot of my typing. Anytime I'm like, oh, wait, I'm about to type something out, I end up just using the shortcut on Wisprflow. And unless it is something I just absolutely cannot speak out, whether it's like coding, and I haven't really delved into that side of things with Wisprflow, you can do that. Most of it is just speaking it out. For me, I use this for my AI work. Now, at my job, I type out emails all the time. I'm typing notes out. I'm writing out a ton of text. I mean, multiple thousands of words a day, right? And I've replaced pretty much all of that, at least the majority of it, with Wisprflow. I mean, it has an actual use case. Even if you are not an AI enthusiast, maybe you don't want to use Claude or ChatGPT or any of these chatbots or similar, Wisprflow has a general usage for anyone that types or works on a computer in the day-to-day. If you are actively typing stuff, you have a beneficial usage of Wisprflow. And I think it will save you time and it'll actually speed up your workflow quite a bit. If you hate typing those dreaded emails, and especially if you're like me and you type sometimes the same email or at least the same format to people multiple times a day, this will speed that up and make it a lot more simple. Now, why do I think this is the best or the go-to AI tool, especially currently in 2026? It's early on, but I'm pretty sold on this tool right now. It's honestly very simple. It's integration to your workflow. It's ridiculous. It seems so small, right? You're just talking instead of typing. And I kind of put off, like I heard about Wisprflow for so long. I was like, oh, whatever. Not that big of a deal. I'm sure it's nice, but it's not like a must-have. And then I used it. And then I realized how wrong I was. It truly changes your workflow in, I'd say, a pretty much just 100% beneficial way. Like, this is truly something I'm really excited about. It's just integrates really nicely. It doesn't clutter or make things clunky. It's just there in the background, ready to be used, ready to speed up your work, make it faster, make it more efficient, and just overall work better. And guess what? It works with teams too. You can set this up with your team if you have a team, and you can have shortcuts that are shared between the team. People all know, hey, if you say this, it'll equal this. Now, if I had to give it a downside, I would say it's going to possibly not be an advantageous tool if you're in a very loud environment or maybe a public environment and you're not comfortable speaking out what you would be typing. That is the only thing to keep in mind is, okay, they do have a whisper functionality, but even then, if you are not comfortable saying it out loud or your work environment makes it to where you do not feel comfortable doing so, then I could see this as a downside and possibly something you may not use. But that being said, I think if you do have the ability to either talk or whisper, or you have a private office, or you just feel comfortable saying it out loud, I do really believe that this is a beneficial tool for people to use for their workflows, for everything. And that's just my personal verdict on it, but I'd highly recommend you checking it out. Now, if you want to find it, it is Wisprflow.ai. I do have a referral link, and I'll put that down below in the description if you want to join via that. It does help me out, but you definitely do not have to. You can just go to Wisprflow.ai, sign up. It is free. They have a free tier, but I honestly find myself, I will burn through that free tier so fast. I'm going to have to sit in pro. I need that extra. I use it that much that I can actually justify, what is it, $12 a month? To me, that's worth it. Now, if you have used Wisprflow, let me know down below what you think about it. What's your experience with it? And if not, if you do decide to try it out, let me know what you think about it. And if not, if you don't want to do either one of those, let me know what you want to see next, if you want to see more of this content. And then with that being said, have a fantastic day.